Hi everyone. In this project we will build a file sharing app with Next.js which will utilize Supabase authentication, database and storage. Let me give you a demo. This is our sign up page and same for login page. And if I go to home page, so from this home page user will be able to upload file. The file will go to Supabase storage and its link will go to Supabase database. And here we are rendering content from database. User will be able to delete and update his own file, and if we click on any file's title it will take us to the specific file page, and this download file will download the file on your system. So the way it works, the user can share this URL to anyone, and when the person goes to this URL he will be able to download the file. This will be a protected page, but this will be accessible to anyone. And we will dynamically render these links based on user authentication state. So let me show you the basic code. So this is what I have done so far. That's sign up page. This is the server component, and we are rendering auth form here, and same auth form is being used in login. So this is auth form. Right now we have only 3 fields and there is no state involved for now: username, email and password. And this is login. Its default value is true, so from sign up page, as you can see. So when it's false, then it will be a sign up form, this auth form, otherwise it will be login form. And this single file page, it's a page based on file ID, so it's just simply file title and the download URL. And if we go to home page, for now we are rendering this static data, passing this data to content file, which is this one. And since this data is an array, we are running a map method on this data and rendering the file details here. And here is the navigation, which has simply 2 links and a logout button. So that's what we are going to build. Though it looks very simple, but it involves authentication, database and storage. So go to supabase.com. So here you need to log in or sign up, and if you already have an account and you already have created organization, then just click new project to create a project. Otherwise click new organization and then create project. So from new project we need to select organization, provide project name, and here password, and save and store this password securely, and then provide region and click create new project. You can also go to this page from project settings and then API. We will need this public key and URL. So let's set up our tables. Actually in first authentication, and here from providers, make sure email is enabled, and I will disable this confirm email so that upon sign up user is already confirmed. Otherwise then this confirm email is checked, then user will first receive email and he will have to confirm his account. So click save, and from table editor I will create new table for users. For now, let's disable this row level security. We will come back to this later. Enable real time, and here for ID field select UUID. And what else? Let's add name, which will be of type text. Add another column, email, type text, and then click save. Alright, so now let's also add another table for files. So I'll call it doc. For now, disable this row level security. So file will have title. First of all, let's change it to UUID, and then title, type text, and next file path. Again type text and file URL, also type text, and these two will come from storage. And let's also add user ID as relation, so I'll call it UID. It will be of type UUID, and since it's a relation, let's make it a foreign key. So schema public, and here select the table to reference to users, and here in docs we need to specify the field, which is this one, UID, and since we are linking it to user table, we need to provide which ID we want to link. So in user table it will be ID field. Click save. Again save. Now it's creating the table docs. So it's done. Now let's go to storage. Here we will create a new bucket. I will call it files, and make it public bucket. Alright, it's also done. So here we have to install a package. In fact, let's check document. We will use server-side authentication. So we need to install this Supabase/SSR package. Actually, let's install both. And in .env.local file we need to provide URL and anon key. So let's copy this, and at the root level of project we will create .env.local, and we will get the keys from project settings, API. Here is the URL, and anon key. So we need to create two files, client and server, and we will for client file we will import this create browser client from supabase/ssr, and in server file we will import create server client from Supabase SSR. So let's create these two files. Here in app util slash client.js and server.js. It's not TypeScript, so let's remove this exclamation mark. And for server, no, actually it's server file. And here is a client file. So for client side code, we will work with this create browser client, and for server side, this create server client. On server side, we are setting some cookies, retrieving the cookies and setting it. And these cookies will only be available on server side code, not from client side. They also have this middleware which will run on uh, every page reload, every request, to check the authentication state, but we will not be using this one because only this page will be protected, not this one. So as for setup, I think it's all done. Next we will start working with sign up logic.